Welcome to Sylvan Lake, the Sylvan Lake Gulls!
Without further delay, Gulls baseball fan, let's welcome the first ever coach in our history, Jason Chatwood.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Sylvan Lake Gulls!
After a big 12-2 win earlier on this afternoon, the Sylvan Lake Gulls will get ready to do it all over yet again as the Fort McMurray Giants stay in town for this doubleheader. 9 innings each game we are playing here today. It's a full day of baseball, and you got Jim Claggett, Cale Clark here with you in the broadcast booth. Glad to have you tune in to FloCollege, brought to you by visitsylvanlake.ca. And let's break down that last game, Jim, quickly. Sylvan Lake Gulls, they got the pitching done, and then the bats came alive. Completely different night than what we saw last night.
Well, like I said, it's all about the numbers, right? 12 is in strikeouts for Josh Tucker. He needs 12 more to get 300 in his WCBL career. 6 as in RBIs by Trip Ray. 2 as in home runs by Trip Ray. And a handful of defensive plays that helped this team. So you're right. All the pieces came together.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're the Fort McMurray Giants, it's just a matter of how do we bounce back? And I was talking to one of their coaches in the dugout in between these games, and they said, just got to make the simple plays, got to make the catches, field the ball better. Pitching, he said, we got it in our arsenal with the pitching. It's just now we got to be able to come alive with the bats as well. And I think Fort McMurray needs the offense to step up big time if they're going to have a chance at splitting this doubleheader series.
They do. And as we've alluded to before in the previous game, is that these guys have played an awful lot of baseball over the last few days, a lot of doubleheaders, and they're not out of the woods yet. And, you know, having doubleheaders against the top 3 teams in the Western Division, Sylvan, Okotoks, and Lethbridge, that doesn't do much for your pitching staff. I mean, you got to face all these batters, and my goodness. My hat's off to him. If I had a hat, it would be off.
Yeah, exactly. And after today, 8 straight games to finish out the regular season with 7 here at Gulls Field. So we are going to be in for a treat over this next week here in Central Alberta as we get to see these boys perform right to the bitter end and getting ready for playoffs, which, by the way, the Gulls are in the playoffs. They are clinched officially. Energy City has no chance of catching them for that playoff spot. So Sylvan Lake Gulls are just basically looking at it as, all right, let's get ready. Let's bear down, see how we can position ourselves in the seed in the West and see who we're going to end up facing. Could be the Fort McMurray Giants if they're only 2.5 games back from Okotoks in that first place spot. So if they can climb and beat Okotoks, this could be a first round matchup as we see right now as it sits with a preview of Fort McMurray, or they got to get ready for a tough Lethbridge Bulls team.
You know what? You pick your poison, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if you have to pick, I don't think you want to pick anybody anymore. Anybody can beat anybody, and we've seen that. We know that. So absolutely, it'll be interesting to see what this edition of the Sylvan Lake Gulls brings out tonight. And I can finally say tonight and be okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll actually have it right for once this time.
That's right. Speaking of hitting it right, this young man hits it right most of the times, doesn't he?
He sure does. Leroy Taveras, he was pumped up last night. He wanted to get into the game last night and come in for Jacob Rochelle, but he had to be patient, had to wait for his moment. Well, right now is going to be Taveras' moment, getting his second start in the season. He's got 24 Ks. He's given up 14 hits and only 9 runs, which 7 of those were earned. This is who he's going to face in the batting lineup for the Fort McMurray Giants. As you take a look, Ben Swenemson, he's getting some action today. He played shortstop in Game 1. He'll play it again, and he'll be the leadoff hitter yet again here in Game 2. Rico Domingo will play DH, and Coleman Kawaguchi, who also will get another round of action here tonight in 2 straight games. So there are your 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Fort McMurray Giants, and as I mentioned, just an offense that needs to get something going if they're going to have any chance at splitting this doubleheader series against the Sylvan Lake Gulls.
And Leroy Taveras has always told us, he said, when it's on, it's on for me. And if he's on, he'll be a pleasure to watch. He's a veteran of the wars here, and he likes to pitch, and he's got a good mix, and it'll be fun to watch him tonight.
Well, and nothing like watching, the previous starter ahead of him today to kind of give him a little bit of encouragement to get ready for this game. And Josh Tucker, who, as we mentioned, put up 14 Ks in game 1 today, this afternoon, all by himself. So
there you go.
See if the pitching can just continue to stay hot for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, as they'll look to shut down this Fort McMurray Giants team, who I'm sure will be wanting a little bit of revenge after this afternoon's loss.
They will. They've had some time to digest their food and digest that loss. And the first pitch swinging is Swenson, and it's fouled off. And we are underway. Inning number 10 on the day. Number 1 on this game, but number 10 for the night. And that's foul just to the left of first baseman Cleary Simpson. So I asked him, I said, you've played some first, have you? Or is that the first time we've seen you? He said, no, he says, I think a few times I did a couple of years ago.
Yep.
So he's kind of used to it.
He's the Swiss Army knife. You can throw him anywhere.
The 0-2 pitch missing up high for a ball.
Now I got to give a shout out to our Green Onion Media guys in the truck, treating us well in the break between games, keeping us broadcasters fed. So thank you, Calvin, and the team for the pizza in between these two games to kill that time a little bit, making the time go by a little quicker. So appreciate it, buddy.
And I had refused the invite, and then when I heard that you weren't going to eat the Hawaiian pizza, I said, well, I'll eat his piece then.
There you go. And
striking out the first batter is Leroy Tavares, as he's picking up where Josh Tucker left off. And actually, for that matter, Luke Schmidt as well, the young man from St. Joe's Baseball Academy in Red Deer, just down the road here from Sylvan. He had 3 or 4 strikeouts in his game, too, in his appearance. So I think we might see another St. Joe's grad in this game as well. I have it from inside information.
Okay. Well, why not? Give the young guys some action in a pretty high level of baseball, and yep. These guys that are in these academies, they're going to go on to obviously play in this kind of level of baseball someday, so why not get that start a little earlier on? But this is a good base hit there by Rico Domingo, who did not play in that first game, and his first at-bat of the day lands as a base hit.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Coleman Kawaguchi. Well, so far the weather has held off. I like that.
It's been a great day.
It's been a very good day, yeah. Tavares missing up high behind 2-0.
Kawaguchi 1 for 5 is what he went earlier on this afternoon, and that he ended that game with his first base hit of the day. So you got to wonder if maybe that is something that he's hoping to transfer over into this game. He pops this straight up right to first baseman Cleary Simpson, settling under it in foul territory, and he'll make the catch for out number 2.
Cleary looks very comfortable over there.
When doesn't he? He's always having fun.
He is, isn't he?
I don't think I've ever seen a nervous Cleary Simpson once in my life.
No. I don't even think I've seen an angry Cleary Simpson.
I don't think I've seen that either. And you know what? There's a reason why his name is, well, why I gave him the nickname Clutch Cleary, because even in tense situations, he's calm, cool, collected, and he always comes in clutch.
Now, I've been calm, and I've been cool, but I don't think I've ever been collected. I've been collected from.
Okay. From the government?
Well, yeah, and other people.
And other people.
So I don't know
okay.
what does collected actually mean. I know the saying.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's just the saying I just go off of.
This is out to right field, and Michael Quick is out there. And a 3-up, 3-down inning, or actually 4-up, 3-down for Leroy Tavares. And we are through the top half of the first, and Gulls coming to bat.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
It's pretty amazing when you think about how it's all connected. Because it truly is. And it's all we think about. So you don't have to.
Well, there's your starter for the Fort McMurray Giants. That is Wyatt Culbertson. And he's got he's going to have his hands full if the same bats appear in this lineup for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Cleary Simpson, Jaden Flores new to the lineup tonight for the second game. Junior Garcia back behind the plate. Rowan O'Connor over at shortstop, so Tayu Komoda gets some time off. Michael Quick out and right, and then you got Bryce Hampton and Matty Fung. Matty's doing the DH tonight, so a little different lineup, but
A little bit.
dangerous nonetheless.
Well, and as I was mentioning in that last game, you know, I think maybe it's I don't know if it's a strategy or what it is, but we noticed that the guys that are playing into the second game did get a little bit of action back in that first game. You saw them come in late in the game to pinch hit and kind of do a late substitution. So Rowan O'Connor being one of them, Matty Fung, Bryce Hampton even. Those guys all did. And did Jaden Flores come to bat? I don't think Flores did come in at all. But the other guys did get a little bit of action before the break.
We didn't see the shiny shoes.
No, we did not.
And a called strike there. Home plate umpire tonight, Don Buskus. And over at first is Jeff Chipley. And then third base umpire is the earlier game's home plate umpire, Jeff Wang. So they're doing double duty. Chris Hartley got the night off. He worked this afternoon, so. 1-2 the count on Cleary Simpson leading things off for the Gulls here in the bottom of the first. And a little chopper back to the mound. And a flip there by Culbertson over to first. And that's the first out of the inning for the Fort McMurray Giants.
Nothing like getting a little action early on if you're the pitcher on the mound. Sorry, I'm just looking at my Wyatt Culbertson getting his fourth start on the season in a Giants uniform. He's got 18 Ks ahead of this game, and he's given up only 23 runs, with 18 of those which were earned, and he's only walked 8 batters in about 29 innings of work.
That's not bad.
Nope, pretty good.
That's fouled back off the roof here or off the siding.
In fact, it sounds like a catch was made maybe in the suite.
Maybe.
I'm guessing that's what the
somebody did something
applause
good.
was, yeah.
We're still waiting for one here, but I'm not sure I want one anymore.
I don't know if we'll ever get one.
I'm okay if we don't.
And if we do, that's going to be the day I'm going to go buy a lottery ticket. Because the odds of that happening.
Well, I think more importantly for our friend Calvin Bellows is to protect the cameras in front of us.
Oh, of course.
And just knock it down. Don't try and intercept it.
I was
Just knock it
practicing
down.
some bare hand work with his son Blake earlier on the field.
Oh, were you?
I had Pete's in one hand because obviously that's important.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was playing catch. To start playing catch, I was just using my bare hand.
And I hear you. We'll talk about your fastball.
Yeah.
In a moment.
I don't think
here.
we want to talk about the
Yeah, no, we
fastball.
will.
I don't know if we do.
I will then.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and off the pad there, Jaden Flores just kind of stood there and said,
Oh, no, they're not calling it. They're going to say that he put his arm in the way
Oh.
on purpose.
okay.
Don Buskus is not going to give him a free pass here.
That hit by a pitch is hit by a pitch, is it not?
It should be.
Now, if he moved it into the path
Well,
of the
that's
ball.
that's what Don Buskus is arguing right now, which he was purposely moving it into the path of the ball. And he did kind of make a motion towards the ball here. And Coach Chatwood is pretty fired up early on in this game, not liking the call.
Yeah. Well, these two have butted heads before.
They have.
And it's usually Don Buskus that wins them. Like most times, you know. But Coach Chatwood is
And
making
he's
his
getting a
point,
warning. Yeah,
and
he's gotten a warning.
And he moves away, and well, here's the play.
Let's take a look at it as Flores standing in.
Oh, yeah.
Gave a little extra.
Okay. So the umpire's right on this one, folks.
Yeah, a little extra chicken wing at that one.
He gave a little bump in there.
Now he'll take a walk, and he
Jaden
throws his guard down pretty angrily.
Emphatically
Yeah, he's a little attitude behind that.
says, well, I should have been there one earlier. I took one off the elbow. So anyway, he is down to first base. And that'll bring up Anthony Gilbert.
Don Buskus isn't afraid to throw guys either.
No.
He'll toss you, so you got to be careful, especially early on this ball game. You don't want to get on his bad side this early. Flores is going.
Yeah, he took off, and Gilbert took a cut at that one.
I think he's still a little heated from that call.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's an intense young man. He's very quiet, but when he's playing, when he's between the white lines, he's very intense and very involved in the game. Like that. That misses down low.
That's only 18 miles per hour harder than what I threw. And that was his off speed.
That was his off speed. That's perspective here,
oh
right?
my goodness.
And Gilbert sends this high into left field, and Camden Sanders, he is out there, makes the catch, and records the second out of the inning. So what did you hit, 61 on the radar gun? Is that what it
Yeah, I
hit?
think the gun was broken.
Okay.
No,
You
I'm just
broke
kidding.
the gun.
No.
Oh, good for you.
No, that's pretty accurate. That's just funny. It gives perspective. You know, I thought I was kind of curious to see how I could throw. But if you put it in perspective too, of thinking, okay, you're throwing as fast as a highway speed car, I'm actually pretty happy with that when you compare it like that.
Okay.
But comparing it to these guys, I feel terrible about myself. 61 miles per hour fastball, and
Yeah.
I probably I think that was everything I had really. I don't think I had much more than that. And you know what? Good for our producer's son to have the courage to stand in behind the plate, catching those coming at him. And he said a couple stung his hand. So again, that made me feel a little better about myself.
Okay.
But
And Jaden Flores took off and stole second base standing up. You don't see that too often,
Nope.
especially when there was a throw down there. Brock Giarina steps in now with Jaden Flores over at second. And he sends this foul down the left field line. And I believe that's the end of his bat, because that's maybe where the ball went. And he now needs to find another bat.
yeah, he'll just take one from Junior Garcia. Thank you very much. Let's
Yeah.
take a look at this replay here, and that goes right off the end of the bat. He looks at it, takes a peek, realizes it's cracked, and he says, yeah, give me a new one, please.
And Brooks Bachman broke one of his bats today. And then he took it into the lineup for the kids, and he signed it, and I guess some kid got it.
Oh, really?
He says, yeah, it died a nice death.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Kid gets a bat. It's not
Yeah.
every day you get that at a ball game.
100%.
I know a lot of them ask for it, but they'll never usually get one.
That was really a nice move by Brooks.
Absolutely, that's classy.
And a good play there by the first baseman, Ryder Duncan, as he takes that one by himself and steps on the bag and gets Tijerina out for the third out. And no runs and no hits and one man left on base. One complete. We are tied at 0.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus 2 weekly shows including the WCBL Report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday, and also the WCBL Game of the Week pregame show leading right up to game time every Thursday night. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
Put your mic down, Jim. It's late. It's early, but it's late. Leroy Tavares still on the mound, of course, inning number 2, and he just smacks the leather with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
Wonder what that's like.
Well, it's 31 miles an hour faster than your fastball.
It's got to be a pretty good feeling. That's a school zone faster than me. Oh.
Ooh, I love that sound. 1-2 the count on who is batting right now. That is Carter Hercom. And that gets past Junior Garcia. Good to see Junior back behind the plate.
Yeah, great to see that.
He got dinged up the other night, took one off the mask, and I asked him, are you still answering your phone? Even when it's not ringing? And he said, yeah, no, I'm good.
I got to give it to Junior Garcia, too, because you know what? He was so encouraging when I went and laughed at him, telling him how hard I threw. He's like, yeah, but like, when's the last time you threw a baseball? I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's been a while.
And do you?
And he's like, and do you do this every day like we do? Like, you don't train, you don't practice like we do. And then we joked that maybe if I just went over to Rob Mank and he worked on my arm a little bit, maybe he'd add a few extra miles per hour.
You might hit 65.
Maybe 65, yeah.
Yeah. And a walk there from Junior Tavares as he hits 93 on the gun, but misses on the strike call. And Carter Hercom trots down to first. The first base runner here in the second inning. That'll bring up the left fielder, Camden Sanders.
Left fielder, number 19, Camden Sanders.
Oh, nice pitch there. As Leroy Tavares ties up Camden Sanders with that pitch inside.
That's a pitch.
And Junior likes to throw.
And a good stop
throw behind the runner, and Cleary Simpson makes sure that it doesn't go out to right field. Now the Gulls have to be careful, because they could be lulled into a false sense of security here after that 12-2 win. You got a chance to, when Junior wanted to throw that earlier, and it kind of double clutched there, couldn't get it out of his glove in time, because I think maybe Carter Hercom was a little further off the bag.
I wasn't sure if he double clutched or if he just hesitated, but just because he wasn't sure if Cleary Simpson was ready for it. Regardless, though, if he threw that on his first instinct, it would have probably had him.
2-2 the count on Camden Sanders. Missing down low, count full.
You know, you got to give it to the Gulls organization. You clear out a stadium from a pretty good crowd in the afternoon, and then you fill it again at night, an hour later, hour and a half later.
That's it. And a called third strike, 93 on the gun, as Leroy Tavares gets his second strikeout of the game. He's only 12 behind Josh Tucker.
Only.
only. That was an impressive performance by the Gulls left-hander.
It's incredible. Yeah, he's back. He's himself again. And when I was telling my friends this, that he had an injury and that he's actually not throwing as hard as he used to. My buddy's like, he's throwing 92. What do you mean? How hard was he throwing before? And I said, well, he was probably averaging around the mid-90s.
Yep, 94, 95.
So maybe not significant, but again, like I said, this year he's brought it back to just as close as what he was throwing a few years ago. Whereas we never thought we'd see that again. A couple years ago, or a year ago, I should say, he was throwing 80, 85, like was as fast as that he could throw.
Well, called strike there. 1-2 the count. With one down, and the base runner over at first in Carter Hercom. And a swing and a miss there as Tavares gets another strikeout back-to-back. As we see on the replay by Hearthstone Property Management. Now, Calvin Bellows tells me that we can see what Junior Garcia did on that one throw down to first. When you get a second here. And so here's the play.
Yeah, so he hesitated. He had it in his hand. He just, he pump faked because he wasn't, I don't think, either A, Clary Simpson wasn't paying attention, or B, he was thinking, do I want to do that? Do I want to risk it? And the runner, as our guy mentions, the runner was off quite a bit. So, could have been just trying to make contact with Clary Simpson before releasing that ball, making sure it doesn't get past him, because Clary doesn't know what's coming down at him, and it's going to be a recipe for disaster.
This is fouled out of play. Nowhere near the truck. Just letting them know that it's nowhere near them. I'm getting ragged on.
I can hear that.
That's okay.
That's pretty funny.
That's okay. And back-to-back strikeouts by Leroy Tavares brings the inning to a close. So the leadoff walk amounts to nothing. We are through 1.5. Gulls coming to bat.
Have you ever wondered if there's one thing that connects people from across our province? Something that connects the coffee shop to the spray park, or the brewery to the rodeo, the campground to the sports field, the friend next door with your family in the next town, the dealership with the ice cream shop. It's pretty amazing when you think about how it's all connected, because it truly is. And it's all we think about, so you don't have to.
Junior Garcia will lead things off here against Wyatt Culbertson.
So I'm just going to say this right now. Can he follow up what the last catcher did? You know, a little catcher battle. Can we see a Junior Garcia come out and put on a performance with the bat?
We know Junior's got some power in that bat.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
But how cool would that be? Just watching two catchers battle it out on a doubleheader with that'd be pretty neat.
That would be cool. So it's Junior Garcia, Rowan O'Connor, and Michael Quick. And Junior slams this foul down the third baseline. Garcia hitting 5th, O'Connor in number 6 spot, and Michael Quick is hitting in the 7th spot. The 2-1 pitch missing down low. Bottom of the second inning, scoreless between the Gulls and the Giants at this point. And that is hit far and loud, and Junior is only one behind Trip Ray.
Wow. Catchers, you're having yourself an absolute day here in Sylvan Lake. Garcia says, I see you, Trip Ray. I'll match you with a homer.
There you go.
That was a bomb.
That was, as soon as it left the bat, I thought, that is going to go a long distance. And it did.
Just 5 more RBIs, Junior. 5 more RBIs to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to try. And Rowan O'Connor steps in to follow that.
Yeah. Nothing like trying to follow something up like that.
I mean, Camden Sanders, I give him credit for running over there and taking a look, but that's all he could do is watch. As that flew over the 377 mark easily.
Yeah, that went up high too. Had a lot of velocity on it.
This is why I park near Junior, because I know he's not going to try and hit his own truck.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe he is for insurance purposes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. 1-2 the count on the Gulls shortstop here in game 2. And a strikeout there by Wyatt Culbertson for the first out. As he gets Rowan O'Connor swinging. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Michael Quick.
Well, wasn't that the reason why you guys brought your truck last night instead of the wife's new SUV? Was in case it gets dinged with a baseball in the outfield?
Yep. Finds a truck.
The Ford Ranger can take it a little bit more.
Oh, heck yeah.
That thing's a beast.
Absolutely. It's 17 years I've had that vehicle.
I want to go for a ride in it one of these days. You got to take me for a ride in that bad boy.
It's nothing special, I can tell you. There's no air conditioning.
Oh well.
There's no power windows. There's no power locks.
I'm rolling them down.
Yeah, you can get your pitching arm a workout.
There you go.
There you go.
Slow and steady wins the race, though, for Mr. Jim Claggett.
Okay. Calvin Bellows says they fly past me every night. You're the guys that are doing that all the time. Good play there by Ryder Duncan as he knocks that down, keeps it in front of him, and gets it over to the pitcher, who steps on the bag, and that's the second out. That's it. The other night somebody passed me, and then they waved at me, and I can't see who it is. It's nighttime.
Might have been. That was Blake. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. I'll sometimes wave at you, but you never look. I try to pass you, and I'll look over at you for a while, and your eyes straight, eyes forward the whole time.
It's because I've got music going.
Yeah, you're jamming.
I'm rocking out all the way home.
You're in Jim's world at that point.
You betcha. Bryce Hampton steps in now to face Wyatt Culbertson, and he's behind quickly 0-2.
I also forget that my windows are tinted, so you probably don't see me as good as I think you can.
No, I you know what? I really don't look at anybody passing me, to be honest.
I'll just have to cut you off now.
Oh, okay. Well,
and then you'll know who it is.
Well, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Just kidding.
You do you.
I won't do that.
I'll ride my horn all the way behind you. I won't catch you, but, for the first 50 yards. Now this is out into foul territory, and a good effort there by both Ryder Duncan and Scott Allen, but neither of them could catch that ball. And Bryce Hampton gets another break here to get a ball in play. But the big noise came off the bat of the Gulls catcher, number 35, Junior Garcia, with a solo homer to give the Gulls a 1-0 lead here in the second inning. And that misses outside. Two and two now. Matty Fung, the designated hitter, is on deck. That's grounded foul towards the Gulls dugout. The 2-2 pitch. Again, grounded foul. I think that's Josh Tucker flying out of the dugout and fielding those.
It was, yeah. That just missed our video guy and photographer, Mitch Fraser.
Didn't blink an eye.
No. He almost kind of kicked that up, actually.
The count now full on Bryce Hampton with 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. And this is over to shortstop, and he's going to be safe as that throw by Ben Swenemson pulled Ryder Duncan off the bag. And that's why you hustle all the way down to first base, kids, because you just never know when something like that's going to happen.
Yeah, tough play there, and shortstop knows it too. And Ben Swenemson, he kind of looks down at his feet. And unfortunate, just simple mistake like that, and that's exactly what the coaching staff of the Fort McMurray Giants were saying: is make the simple plays. And I mean, it's simple maybe to them, but not to an ordinary person by any means. This is lifted into shallow left field, and they're sending.
Oh, he's
Bryce
going,
Hampton.
he's going, he's going, he's going.
Oh, yeah, now he's going to really go. He's going for home, the throw, and he's in time.
Well, some good base running there, kind of, as the hit and run worked to a charm as Matty Fung put it right where Ben Swemenson was, and then Hampton stops at third. He slides and goes, I'm good. No, go. Now I'm going. As he jumped up from that slide and made his way home. So an RBI there for Matty Fung. And some really heads-up base running by Bryce Hampton.
Well, you know, and he didn't look to even know where the ball was. He just had his head down trying to get to third, and then once he kind of half slid to third, Wyatt McKnight, third base coach, was saying, "Get up, you're going home." And he didn't even look back. He just put his head down and hustled all the way to the bitter end. So I'm curious. Bryce Hampton probably got back to the bench and said, "What happened on that play? I didn't even think I was going to get to, you know, I thought I was lucky enough to get to third, let alone home."
This is deep to the second baseman, Scott Allen, but he makes the play and brings the inning to a close as Simpson grounds out. But the Gulls put 2 runs up on the board and have a 2-0 lead as we go to the top half of the third.
A little bit of a whoopsie in left field, just a simple field, and Hampton didn't know. He, like I said, kept his head down. He took a quick look to his left, and then he just straight home. Didn't have time to look behind him. Just had to worry about getting home, and He's got a smile on his face and having a good day at the ballpark are these Sylvan Lake Gulls.
As the famous Satchel Paige used to say, don't look behind you, somebody may be gaining.
Yep.
So, and Satchel would know. I think he was about 150 years old when he finally passed away. He didn't know how old he was. He had no birth certificate. He's an interesting study. If you ever want to go down a rabbit hole, just Google Satchel Paige. 2-0 the count here on who's leading things off? Scott Allen. I have my sheets mixed up. And inside corner there is called a strike. 2-1 now. And the number 9 hitter, Scott Allen, and then the top of the order, Ben Swenemson, and then Rico Domingo. And that's out foul over the Giants dugout.
You know, Garcia and I were joking around a little bit ahead of this second game of this doubleheader, and we were talking about how funny would it be if they threw me down on the mound just to kind of throw the Giants off with a speed of 61 miles per hour. That's hit into the right field, and
that would throw them off.
Scott Allen, yeah, lands a base hit. Well, you see it kind of sometimes done in the majors when they're up by a big lead that somebody will come in and pitch and they'll just float them in there.
Yeah, they'll have the position player, and they had the other night I watched one, and the guy threw a couple of knuckleballs to the Blue Jays batters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was Ernie Clement. He saw it coming in, and it went down low, and it just about hit him, and he just turned around and he just laughed. He said that wasn't going to hurt.
Yeah.
So a base runner there for the Giants, and Swedenson is going to try and bunt him over into scoring position.
Yeah, that would probably throw a lot of guys off, especially when they're so used to seeing the 89, 90 mile per hour fastballs coming at you.
Oh yeah.
You see a guy like me try to wind up, and it's coming.
It's
coming super slow at you.
It's that can't you can't time that up. I don't think.
No.
They're probably thinking that should have an arc on it.
Yeah. Well, it probably does.
Yeah, maybe. 0-2 the count, and this is right into the glove of Cleary Simpson over at first. A little pop up to the first baseman for the first out. And that keeps Scott Allen locked over at first base. That'll bring up the catcher, Rico Domingo, who had a base hit in the first inning.
Yeah, great hit ball, and that's
he's
another
got
one.
Another one right there, right over the head of Jaden Flores, who.
Bryce Hampton.
Oh, that's right, Bryce Hampton.
Yeah.
I'm so used to Jaden Flores being over
Yeah,
the
me
second
too.
base.
That was a great stretch by Hampton. I almost thought he had a chance at it. He made it look closer than I'm sure Fort McMurray wanted. That was another really hard hit ball by Domingo. 2 for 2 at the plate so far.
This will bring up the designated hitter, Coleman Kawaguchi, who popped up to Cleary Simpson. And Junior Garcia wants to have a little chat with his pitcher. Make sure they're on the same page. That didn't take long.
Nope. Just a quick little, hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Well, how are you doing? I'm getting tired.
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
We're getting through it.
I'm gonna put my head down for about 10 minutes.
Okay, you go ahead. I got you. That's what broadcast partners do. We cover each other, help each other out.
Okay.
You know,
I'll take you up on that.
Gave you a Thursday night off. You covered me for 4 nights while I was in BC. So you know.
Yeah, no problem.
Team effort up here in the broadcast booth, and it's not just you and I either. It's a full team, all behind us as well, in behind the scenes. Their great production crew at Green Onion Media. So
they do all the heavy lifting. That's
do.
for sure. Grounded down to Bryce Hampton, who goes over to Rowan O'Connor, and they almost turn the double play on that one, but a good slide there by Rico Domingo to kind of distract Rowan O'Connor from making a clean throw here. But they do get the lead runner.
Yep, two-way. Scott Allen now going to be over at third. Runners on the corner here.
So Lane Snow, the right fielder, steps in now. He sends this foul over the Giants bullpen. First inning, he ended the first inning by flying out to his opposite, the right fielder for the Sylvan Lake Gulls, who happens to be Michael Quick.
Nice off-speed pitch there. Had Lane Snow way in front. He turned all the way around on that one.
Yeah, Leroy Tavares has got most of his pitches working right now. I wonder if that number on the right is correct. 46 pitches in almost 3 innings. Yeah.
Yeah, they're up there. You know, again, it just puts in such great perspective of these guys. Their off speed is still coming in pretty hard. Doesn't look hard from up here, but down there, I'm sure it's still coming down pretty quick at you.
Popping the glove.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of pitchers, I think one of them is coming up here.
Oh, okay. For a little interview.
A little quick quick
hey.
chat about what's going on with the Gulls. And another strikeout there for Leroy Tavares. That's his 5th on the night. And that brings the inning to a close. So that leadoff single by Scott Allen. He gets stranded over at third. We are through 2.5. 2-0 Gulls.
And your leadoff hitter, number 7, Jaden Flores.
Stepping up to face Wyatt Culbertson is the center fielder for the Gulls tonight, Jaden Flores, who got on a walk. Thought he got on a hit by pitch, but he kind of worked that one a little bit by moving his elbow towards the ball. That's a veteran move right there.
Yep.
But he didn't fool Don Buscus, and he had to stand in there for one more pitch, and he did, and he got the walk. So then he stole a base, and that's where he was stuck over at second. He's still wearing the bling shoes.
Is he?
I think so.
I think they are shiny. No, I don't think those are the bling shoes.
Oh, maybe not.
Those are the older ones. Not feeling as blingy or flashy today, I guess, as he drills this down the third baseline, fair. And that's going to be at least one. He's going to turn the base, though, and yeah, he's going to get there in time.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a lot of speed on those feet.
Doesn't matter, bling or no bling. He can run. And watch, he turns first, or he's like 10 steps out of the batter's box, and he's already looking to see where the ball is and making a plan. I'm going to second. Again, aggressive base running by the Sylvan Lake Gulls, something we have not seen over the years.
Yeah.
On occasion they would do it, but these guys seem to do it on a regular basis. If they see a chance to get an extra bag, yep, I'll take that 90 feet.
Well, and you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say I think the reason why they may not have had as much success against the Okotoks Dogs is because I think they respect the Dogs a little bit more than they should. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't respect the Dogs, but I'm saying they don't play as aggressive when the Dogs are in town. Is that fair to say?
Well, it is.
Like the base running, like they're a little bit more tentative.
They don't want to make mistakes.
Exactly.
Because they know what happens.
Yeah, they're a little bit more tentative when their Dogs are in town. This is another great hit by Anthony Gilbert right up the middle. That's going to drive in another run. So 3-0. Gulls lead it as Jaden Flores crosses the plate.
So an RBI there for Anthony Gilbert. After he ripped one into the Gulls dugout, or Gulls bullpen, he sends this right back up the middle.
Your home of the Gulls after party.
Well, the bats have stayed alive. They didn't cool off during the break between game 1 and game 2.
Nope.
And Anthony Gilbert's got the wheels to steal a base as well. But you got Brock Tiarina there. He pops it up to the shortstop, Swenenson. And that's the first out.
Well, they'll bring up the long bomb hitter for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. It's been a day for the catchers, clearing the fence. Coming off a solo homer back in the second inning. Can Junior Garcia do it again?
I got a dad pun in the back of my head, and I just am holding on to it for some reason.
Okay, well, that's weird.
It's
That's unlike you.
It's a literary dad pun.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, so Junior Garcia and game previous, Trip Ray, both catchers. So a play on words for the great book that starred Holden Caulfield, Catcher in the Rye. This is Catcher in the Sky.
Oh, okay. Like it.
It's my own amusement.
Catcher in the Sky.
Or Catcher is this guy. You know, there's lots of variations. They're rolling around in my head. There's a lot of room in there.
Oh.
0-2 the count on Junior Garcia. I digress. I told you I'd get a little loopy.
I digress.
And this is sky high. Speaking of Catcher in the Sky.
Yeah, there you go.
And Swenenson gets underneath that and has back-to-back outs for the Giants shortstop. Anthony Gilbert over at first base. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Rowan O'Connor, who struck out in the second.
Throw down a second. They got him.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. Enrico Domingo with a strong throw over to second. They catch Anthony Gilbert. And that brings the inning to a close, but the Gulls tack on another run. It's 3 Gulls, 0 for the Giants. They're coming to bat. Leroy Tavares in control right now. No runs on 3 hits through 3 full innings of work on the mound for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. He's got 5 strikeouts to his name. He's giving them all sorts of pitches to look at, and there's a ground ball over to Bryce Hampton. He's up with it, over to first, and 1 down. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's efficient.
Mm-hmm.
This goes, yeah, as you mentioned, right to Hampton. Just a routine ground ball.
You know, talking to Matt Brandt, who is on his way home, by the way.
Yeah, that's sad, because he's a good kid.
He's a very good kid, but he's got to get himself ready. He's moving to a new school, so he has to find a place to live, and he's got to register for classes and all the things that go with being a student, because you got to remember, these guys are student athletes.
Yep.
They're not just baseball players. They have classes to attend as well. Anyway, we were talking about how smooth guys are at shortstop and third and second, and it's just, he says, you know, he says, I bet you any money. He says, these guys, I mean, they practice this, they repeat the motions, He said, Tai Yukamoto could probably feel the ball going to his right, close his eyes, and fire it to first just out of memory alone. And I said, you know, you're probably right.
Yeah, that's wild, hey?
And another strikeout, number 6 for Leroy Tavares, who's pitching a pretty good game right now.
He sure is, yeah. He's not far off pace from what Josh Tucker did just moments ago.
He's not quite halfway there.
No, not quite. But
he might have to go 8 innings.
Josh Tucker averaged he was just over 2 strikeouts an inning.
And that's grounded foul. Kind of dies right near the left side of the plate.
In fact, Tucker averaged, I guess Tucker would have averaged about 3 strikeouts an inning. Just under maybe, because he went 6 innings, did he?
Did he go 6? Yeah, because, Luke Schmidt came in, I believe, in the 7th. Yeah.
Right to center field, and a nice catch there made by Jaden Flores to retire the inning. So 3 up, 3 down inning for the Sylvan Lake Gulls on the Giants. Keeps them off the scoreboard. 0 hits in that inning as well. Gulls lead it 3-0 when they come to bat at the bottom of the 4th.
Well, more baseball in front of us.
Not behind us.
No, it's right in front
A little
of
bit
us.
behind us.
Well, I guess kind of.
I guess, right? We already played 9-inning ball game.
Yeah. Rowan O'Connor was at the plate when Jaden Flores or Anthony Gilbert was thrown out at second. So he gets a fresh set of balls and strikes and takes advantage of that. Oh, great play there by Svensson, though. And O'Connor showing those long legs can get him down the first base path quite quickly.
I mean, what a grab by Swenemson to, deep in the hole, and it flew the entire way. Didn't even have to have a hopper to get over to first. And if it wasn't for the long stretch of legs that you mentioned of Rowan O'Connor, that would have been a heck of an out and a heck of a play by Swenemson, even though it already was a really good stop at shortstop.
Well, and I mean, this is what I mean when we talk about how good these guys are, and you see plays like that. Lays out for a ball, keeps it from going to the outfield, gets up from the hole, hits shortstop, and almost gets a guy who's pretty quick down the first base line. So, people, enjoy what you're seeing here because these guys are good. That's flowing out to center field for the first out. Michael Quick flying out to Connor Martin out in center. 3-0 Gulls lead it here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Does it feel like almost 13 innings of baseball?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so too. I'd be lying if I said, "No, I'm fresh as a daisy."
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's kind of fun because when you got days like this, you get to learn a little bit more about not only the players but on both sides. And I was hanging around a little bit of the dugout of the Giants side, and they're all having fun. They're playing golf on the field, and they sound like they had a good crew of guys on this roster as this is flown out to right field, and settling underneath of it is the right fielder Lane Snow coming a far ways to get that one. But yeah, they got some good personality on their bench. You could just tell by hanging out with them, and they're all having fun. They're enjoying it.
Well, and talking with the coaches, they interact with us and they answer questions. They enjoy having a little conversation. And that's awesome.
Yeah, and I had a great conversation with their coaching staff.
Oh, they got him. I think they got him. As Rowan O'Connor got a little too far off of first base, and Wyatt Culbertson with a good move over there and catches him. So the Gulls leadoff runner gets snuffed out, and the inning comes to a close. 4 complete, Gulls winning 3-0.
Well, the Sylvan Lake Gulls lead it in this second game of the doubleheader, 3-0 over the Fort McMurray Giants. Another doubleheader that's taken place today is the Energy City Caccastrats down in Brooks. The Bombers end up falling to Energy City 10-4 in Game 1. And in Game 2, the Bombers are up 16-10 in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Lethbridge Bulls are in Okotoks in this game. Apparently, at the 2 o'clock game, got postponed this afternoon, so I'm not sure if it must be raining pretty good in Okotoks, maybe.
I guess so, yeah.
And that would have been a game with, the 1-2 teams in the West. I mean, Gulls are tied with Lethbridge in the West Division right now, as we stand. Yeah,
rain has done some damage to the scheduling here for the WCBL. As Ryder Duncan leading things off here, he's behind 1-2. Leroy Tavares not wasting any time, getting the ball, getting the signal, and go. That misses at 95. And he catches the outside corner Junior Garcia was already up in his stance, ready to throw it down to the third baseman. And strikeout number 7 for Leroy Tavares. That'll bring up Scott Allen as Leroy is feeling it.
Sure is. Yeah, and as we were talking, the rain, the weather has just been, it's not been a friend of the WCBL this summer. There's been a lot of cancellations, rain-out games, and hence Regina today also has 2 games on the docket. They played earlier. They played against Weyburn, where they beat Weyburn 4-0 in the first game. And in the second game, they welcomed Swift Current.
Okay, yeah.
Different team. In a 4-1, and they're up 4-1 against the 57th. So you're at that point of the season where you're going to make up some games with doubleheaders. And this is grounded right to O'Connor. The throw in time. Cleary Simpson stretched us out to get there in time for the second out of this inning.
Good play there by Rowan O'Connor. Again, just kind of a flick of the wrist, and it's across the diamond. At about probably a little bit faster than your fastball.
I would think so, yeah.
But I give you credit for actually hitting the glove.
Yeah.
I couldn't. And right back up the middle, O'Connor comes all the way over to his left, and what a play by Rowan O'Connor, and Cleary Simpson digging that out of the dirt. Oh my goodness. Well, there you go, folks. There's a play for you to remember. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. The Gulls with a 3-0 lead coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, as the Four Seasons would say, oh, what a night it has been for baseball, except that song title kind of a little off because it's in December 1963 is what the song title's called. But a beautiful summer night is what I'm getting at here in Sylvan Lake, and it's just been a great day for baseball overall for the Sylvan Lake Gulls.
It has been. It has been for Sylvan Lake Gulls and for the fans as well. Getting a double dose of Gulls baseball. Never a bad thing.
Oh, big cut there by Matty Fung.
Yep. He'll lead things off here. He was at the plate when Rowan O'Connor got picked off over at first base. And Matty Fung lays down a pretty good bunt, but Ryder Duncan off the mound quickly, fields it cleanly, and fires a bullet over to first base.
Yeah, that was a great field by the pitcher, to recover so well on a really well-executed bunt by Matty Fung. And Matty's playing with great confidence right now. I love to see it. He finished even the last game, came in to be a pinch hitter, and he got a base hit first at bat, just like that, and you could hear the crowd get behind him. They were pumped to see, man, Matty's back. He's laying down some really good. He got really good contact on that baseball, and then he starts this game, second inning, and he gets himself an RBI, base hit as well. So he's playing with some good confidence today, and it's good to see.
It's what the Gulls like is they got the depth with guys like Cleary Simpson and Matty Fung, where they can throw in just anywhere, almost.
Yep.
And not lose a beat. 0-2 the count on Cleary Simpson. Speaking of which. So that song, "Oh What a Night."
Yeah.
Yeah. That was written by the keyboard player for the keyboard player as he met a young lady for the first time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, so that was his love song.
That was his love song.
I like it. So was it, and it, like, he obviously directed this towards this girl, and it worked for him? Do you know that much detail?
Well,
Did
no,
it work for him?
there's a
Or it
little
was
more to
after
the
he met a
story.
girl, yeah.
There's a little more to the story that maybe is not for
For broadcast
purposes.
Gotcha.
I learned about it down in Las Vegas. We went and watched the stage play with the Four Seasons. Oh, what a night! Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was
That'd be
fun.
cool.
It was really good production.
Nice.
Full count here on Cleary Simpson, and he rips this down the right field line for a fair ball, and he's digging for second, and a slide, stands up, and a double for Cleary Simpson to keep this inning going for the Sylvan Lake Gulls.
He just turned on that ball, and he got all of it. See,
that leg's healed.
Yeah, the leg is looking pretty good with the speed of that run.
That'll bring up Jaden Flores, who had a walk as he got hit by a, well, no, he walked. That's right. He thought he got hit by a pitch, and then a double to lead things off in the third. And it wasn't just a double. It was a loud double down the left field line, and he took second easily. Three 0 Gulls lead it here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Gulls taking the opener 12-2. Fort McMurray, no runs on 3 hits, couple of errors. Gulls 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. And Flores with another loud single this time. And Cleary Simpson's getting the wave in. It's going to be a close play at the plate, and he slides under the tag. And an RBI double for Jaden Flores. As everybody's getting in on the act now. The base hits and stolen bases and aggressive base running. Why not, right?
I think that leg's feeling pretty good for Cleary Simpson. That was a heck of a run yet again. As that it was a great slide too, just to slide around the tag. Heck of a hit by Jaden Flores and heck of base running by Cleary Simpson.
Jaden Flores seems to get the barrel on the ball almost every time he's up there.
Yeah, he hits it hard and hits it well.
Anthony Gilbert will step in now with Jaden Flores over at second. Flores kind of decoying everybody and pretending that he was taken off for third. It wouldn't surprise me if he does.
He's got the wheels for it.
He likes to run. 2-0 the count.
Oof. Yeah, that was hit good. Lifted into the park, or the, I should say, just in behind the bullpen. That might have scooted out to the parking lot. And Josh Tucker's on his way over there.
I think he's the designated ball gopher.
He must be the ball retriever.
He's the gopher.
You think that's punishment after the way?
And there goes Jaden Flores. And guess what?
Stolen base.
He steals third.
Yep.
That's got to be like 17, 18 stolen bases for Jaden. in that area.
Well, let's take a look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. You've got the computer over there.
He's got 17 before tonight.
Okay, so did he get one in the? He didn't play the first game,
Nope,
did he?
So
he's got 18
he's
now.
got 18.
There you go. And he's going to score because of that stolen base. And an RBI, number 2 for Anthony Gilbert.
Well, that's the key to success for the Gulls. It's just timely base running and aggressive base running at that as well. You know, can go a long, long way. And then you just get a nice little, base hit right up the middle. Scores yet another run. 5-0 now. The Gulls lead over the Fort McMurray Giants, which is going to create a little meeting on the mound between the coach and the pitcher.
So this is why I would like to have a microphone on Cam Diaz, because there was a conversation, a pretty good one, going on between Ryder Duncan, the first baseman for the Giants, and Anthony Gilbert, and of course Cam Diaz had to be in there as well. Or is that Cam Diaz?
Yep, that's Cam.
It is, yeah. Who else would be over there, right?
Yeah, exactly. He loves it over there. Hold on, actually. That's Kai Rempel, sorry.
Yeah, that's why I
that
thought.
Isn't. Okay.
I looked and I thought, well, that doesn't look like Anthony or like Cam Diaz. So, but then Kai Rempel is just another version of Cam Diaz.
He's not shy to talk either.
He's Cam Diaz light, I think.
Yeah.
But he'll talk to anybody and everybody.
He's got his Gatorade.
Yeah.
Staying hydrated.
Staying hydrated. Brock Tiarina steps in now to face Wyatt Culbertson, sorry. I added a H into his, a T and an H. 0-2 the count. Ooh. And Brock Tiarina with an awkward swing and backs him right out of the batter's box, and that's a strikeout for Culbertson.
Good strikeout by Culbertson to have Brock Tiarina swinging on that pitch that sinks down and into the turf.
Well, Junior's got one. We'll see what happens, but I don't think he'll be swinging for the fences. Then again, 2 down and a 5-0 lead for the Gulls here in the 5th inning. And a throw over there. Sends Anthony Gilbert sliding back. You probably saw the pickoff move from Culbertson. And a nice pitch there. As Garcia is 1-1 on the count.
They have some warming up going on in the bullpen for the Giants, and that's number 13, Flynn McGahan, from Perth, Australia. It's warming up, getting loose. So is number 14, kind of, sort of. It's more just got looks like a weighted ball in his right hand.
They got all sorts of toys in there, don't
Yeah.
they? 2-1 the count on Junior Garcia, Humberto Garcia. And he's run the count to 3-1 now with 2 down and a runner over at first. And Anthony Gilbert, who got thrown out the last time he was on base, trying to steal second. And did Junior do it again?
He did.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
are you kidding? No,
maybe.
It's right to the wall.
Oh, wow.
And just about, but Camden Sanders, he ran out of room and had all he could do was jump and hope that this one landed in his glove, as he's right there and he times his jump perfectly. That might have just gone off the top of the wall, but it was well hit by Junior Garcia. Innings over though, 5 complete. Gulls with a 5-0 lead. Well, there's Snapman, and you might recognize him as the pitcher that pitched in the last game. Young man from St. Joe's Academy, Luke Schmidt. I don't know if I talked to him after the game, and I said, so that must have felt pretty good. He said, I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I wonder if he was more nervous as Snapman than he was coming in to pitch.
I don't know. He looked like he had a lot of wheels at the beginning of that race. He ran out of gas on the turn, but man, he can fly for a pitcher.
Fly, yeah. Well, they don't run much, right?
Exactly.
They don't run to the mound.
No. Yeah, he's got the wheels.
He does. Rico Domingo will lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. And Leroy Tavares is still hitting in mid-90s, 92, 93, or low 90s, I should say. 1-1 the count on Domingo, who has hit the ball hard twice now. Both times for a double. One-two pitch. Swung on and missed. That is 8 Ks for Leroy Tavares.
6 more to go to tie Josh Tucker. Now here's the thing. If he gets to 14 and he gets a chance at going for 15, how upset do you think JT would be? Oh, I don't even want to go there. I don't think it's gonna happen tonight.
No, I don't think so.
We're already in, inning number 6. So unless he plays a complete game,
which I don't think he will.
Which he won't.
Mind you, well, he has had 70 pitches, so
yeah, I don't think so.
They got to keep that in mind as well. But Leroy will tell you, I could throw another 70.
Oh, yeah. All pitchers can always.
Oh, yeah. It's like receivers in football. They're always open.
Yep. Yeah. Always open in their minds.
Yeah. And goalies in hockey. Yeah, but that was deflected. It hit somebody. It hit a crack in the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Piece of ice that froze and was a little bit of a rough surface in front of my crease.
We know how. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Well, 3-1 the count here on Coleman Kawaguchi, the designated hitter for the Giants in Game 2. I think he was the DH in Game 1 as well.
Yep. Well, he was.
I can even look right now because I've got my sheet right here.
Can
And
too.
he was.
Yep,
and he was 1 for 5 in that game.
And he ended with a single.
And he draws a walk off of Leroy Tavares. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Lane Snow, who flew out to right field and struck out in the 3rd inning. And he's going to fly out to right field here as Michael Quick settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that's the 2nd out. So if Leroy isn't striking people out, he's getting that soft contact and fly balls and doing the job that he said he was going to do tonight. When I told him, I said, remember, these guys took 2 of 3 with the last time they were in town. He said, well, that won't happen tonight. And so far, he's been proven right.
Nice off-speed pitch there by Tavares. 79 miles per hour.
Go ahead. Oh, I thought you were going to say that's 18 more than. Come on, that's the bar.
I know.
And this is Anthony Gilbert.
Nice play.
Fires it across on the run. Well, folks, if you're not impressed with how these guys can play offense, you got to be impressed with how they can play defense. We are through 5.5. Gulls with a 5-0 lead.
How the turntables with a new pitcher on the mound. This is number 13, and that is Flynn McGahan. McGahan? I'm going to say McGahan. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's from Perth, Australia.
MacGyver.
No. Yeah. So tables have turned a little bit, and usually it's me that's getting the food in the broadcast booth. Well, now Jim Cleggett's got food in the broadcast booth, and I got nothing.
I got it for Tommy Tiki.
Oh, you got it for Tommy Tiki.
He's going to munch on this.
Just in case Janice is watching the broadcast and seeing what you're eating. Yeah. You're getting a little wild tonight on your foods.
Living on the edge, folks. Living on the edge.
A lot of luck.
You know what's in a hot dog, right?
Yeah. You say that every time I crush one, and I'm like, I don't want to know anyways, Jim.
Yeah,
let me enjoy my dang hot dog.
Yeah, just let me enjoy it.
Just let me eat it, okay? Don't tell me all the bad stuff that I don't want to know.
Hey, everything's bad for us these days, apparently. You know.
Apparently.
No, you can't eat that. No, don't eat this. Oh, you gotta watch how you eat that.
Well,
you
were treated thanks to our in-game assist or in promotions manager. I don't know what you call her. Anyway, she's a big part of the in-game
she's very good at what she does.
Very good at what she does.
Morgan Whitbread.
Morgan Whitbread giving you a hot dog, saving you one.
Thanks, Morgan.
Absolutely, offering
us. You rock.
Taking good care of us, offering to make sure that she sets a hot dog aside before they all got eaten up and gobbled up in the media.
That's
room.
right.
So
you know what?
Enjoy.
I will, and it's you know I know I'm going against my own credo there about eating on the air, but I won't eat while I'm on the air.
Well, it's a doubleheader. You know, you got to get food in you.
I do need something.
Yeah.
I mean, Calvin, thank you very much for the piece of pizza. That was, you know, I kind of crashed the party there. You guys were all together in the booth in the truck there, and I thought, well, I'm going to come over and see what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Of course, I knew you had pizza in there. I'll be totally honest. I could smell it across the diamond.
I believe it.
I said, well, I'll just go see how the boys are doing. Oh, look, pizza. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, and it was pineapple, too.
And it was
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian.
Talking about Hawaiian pizza.
Ham and pineapple. I love it.
Only fitting for what we were talking about last night. And yes, I did eat one piece of pizza. That was pineapple.
And look, you're still standing.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
It was good. You know, that pizza was really good. Where he ordered it from,
pizza.
Yeah, was that where it was?
Yeah.
I haven't had that
pizza.
in a long time.
It was pizza.
It was really good pizza.
1-2 the count on Michael Quick.
I think we called it when we were talking about sixth inning, what we're going to be talking about with the fans in game one. And we were like, oh, just wait till game two, fans. And about the 6th, 7th inning, we'll be talking about all sorts of things. Well, yeah, we're kind of everywhere, aren't we?
There is no roadmap in this building, folks.
We warned you. If you were watching from game one to now, we did warn you earlier in the broadcast.
That's right.
This is where this broadcast was going to end up.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying it, though, fans. Thanks for watching and tune in to Gulls Baseball and FloCollege, brought to you by visitsylvanlake.ca. It's been a great day so far. We're glad you're with us.
And Michael Quick's going to drop this into left field, but Camden Sanders played it just perfectly and gets a glove on it, and that's the second out.
So that'll lead up Bryce Hampton. It is 5-0. The Sylvan Lake Gulls lead it, and they're out hitting the Giants 8-3. The only errors in this ball game are to the Giants with a pair. So this is, as we mentioned, new pitcher on the mound, the kid from Australia.
I'm going to say Flynn McGahan.
Are you going to say McGahan? Okay.
McGahan. Yep.
Sounds good. I wasn't sure. McGahan, yeah. Potato.
I don't. Yeah, Calvin says you got to say it with an Aussie accent.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can do an Irish one.
I don't know how to do it either. Aussie.
What?
I was watching.
That's not, I can do crocodile. Hey, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Speaking of Ozzy Osbourne, he was I watched a video of him trying to catch a cat in his backyard. He's yelling, "Sharon, get the damn cat!" It was so funny to watch him getting out there and trying to catch this cat. I don't know. It's the most randomest thing, but it was funny because his accent and the way he's kind of getting all mad and flustered in the situation of trying to catch his cat getting in the backyard. Cat got out of the house and he's trying to chase it around the backyard.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It's in the bushes.
Cats don't want to get caught. They don't get caught. And that's outside on Bryce Hampton. Count 3-2 with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Gulls with a 5-0 lead on 8 hits. Ozzie chasing cats. The cat was probably thinking, wait a minute, he might eat me.
Yeah. And what a catch there by the center fielder in Connor Martin. He went a long ways to make that grab, and he brings this inning to a close with a sensational catch, and he's selling his buddy in right field. I caught that with the palm of my hand. I got there with more than enough time. So there you have it, Gulls lead 5-0. We'll be back at the top of the 7th when we come back. Well, there's Leroy Taveras yet again getting another inning of work. He's got 8 Ks on the fence so far and on the night. And he is greeted with a hard hit ball all the way back to the wall, deep left field, and that is gone.
That's Camden Sanders. And folks, if that name sounds familiar, you might remember a 3-2 10-inning win. And this young man was the one that hit the 2-run homer that sealed the deal for the Fort McMurray Giants.
So first pitch, swinging, and it went a long ways.
It did.
All that Brock Tiarena could do was watch it. So this brings up the center fielder that made an incredible play to end that 6th inning on the Gulls.
Now we got Reese Usselman is warming up in the Gulls bullpen.
Yeah, Langley, BC native.
So I think we might see him. I mean, it's nice to see Leroy going into the 7th inning. I'm sure he's happy with the amount of work that he's gotten and the quality of work that he produced in those 6 innings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a great start for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's only given up 4 hits on the night. And yeah, like his Ks they're piling up pretty quickly there.
And he misses inside on that one. 3-1 to count now. He's going to take a little break there and recoup.
Yeah, you can kind of just tell with the body language from him that home run might have rattled him a little bit.
I think it annoyed him, is what it did.
They're going to say that he went around on that pitch.
So the count full on The center fielder, Connor Martin, with nobody out. And Leroy says, okay, I see your home run. I'll raise you a strikeout.
And that was a huge pitch. That was exactly what Leroy needed to kind of just forget that home run. And you saw a little hop, skip, and a jump there at the end after he knew he got that strike.
He's an animated young man.
Yep.
And Ryder Duncan takes a big cut at that one. We are in the top half of the 7th inning. And Leroy Taveras is still dealing at 92.
Yeah, you think that gave him a little confidence? Might have got him pumped up a bit.
Yeah, he says, he's probably thinking, this is my last inning. And so he just goes back-to-back strikeouts.
Well, there's 10.
There's 10.
He hit double digits.
He can be happy with that performance,
Absolutely.
that's for sure. A great pitch there. As Tavares just, I love how he just turns away from the batter and like, yeah, try and hit that. Okay. So 2 down here in the 7th. Scott Allen, the second baseman, steps in. And I think we all know how Leroy wants to finish this off.
95, he hit that.
There you go.
Holy
95.
cow.
He's amped up. And maybe tried to overthrow that one a little bit.
Maybe, yeah. One on one the count. And that one just misses. How did that miss? That was close. Up high a bit. And that one looked like, I was watching the screen, that looked like that could have been it. That looked like it was right at the top of the zone.
Junior Garcia saying, okay, cool, just calm it down. And after back-to-back strikeouts, he now just gives up a walk. And I'm looking at the dugout, and Matt Hape has not made an appearance yet.
Oh, there
yeah, he's going
well,
down to the bullpen.
He sees that Reese Usselman's sitting on standby. Usselman's not even in the bullpen anymore.
And he's giving Leroy the sign, like, come on, wrap it up, buddy.
He's giving him one last chance, I think.
That's towards the truck, but nowhere near the truck. You're good, guys.
That's out in the field.
I think anything that goes to the right of the diamond here, I'm just going to tell the guys, heads up. And, you know, if it hits, fine. If it doesn't, I've given them the warning. Oh, boy. I'm digging myself a hole, pretty much. But I'm just, you know, it's been a long day, folks, and I'm starting to lose my focus.
Go a little cray-cray.
1-2 the count on the shortstop, Ben Swenemson.
He's really nursing that hot dog over there, too.
Well, I don't eat while I'm talking, man.
Oh. Ouch.
And Junior Garcia's, oh, come on. Again?
That was right on top of the melon. Rob Manka's going to come out here, maybe.
He's taking a look to see if Junior needs
Garcia
any.
is really slowly taking his time here.
He's saying, nah.
Let's take a look at this. Oh.
Yeah, right off the top.
Ouch. It's got to rattle him a bit. Oh, my goodness.
Catchers, I'll tell you, my heart goes out to them. They are a tough breed.
Holy moly.
1-2 with 2 down. Tavares delivers and is right back up the middle, and almost a great play by Bryce Hampton. Because that gets underneath everybody's glove. And the Giants stay alive with a base hit by their shortstop. That'll bring up the catcher, Rico Domingo, and that'll be the end of the night for Leroy Tavares. And he says, I wanted to finish off 7 complete, but he got 6 2/3. And his teammates are congratulating him on the mound for the job well done. Gets the handshake, gives the ball up, and gets the applause as he heads off after an excellent performance by Leroy Tavares. Young man from Snyder, Texas.
I love it. Well, he had a good night and a good start. He threw a lot of Ks, 10 to be exact. We'll be back with more baseball when we come back.
Well, there's Leroy Tavares from Snyder, Texas, and this is what he was doing tonight, throwing BBs and throwing strikes and just getting the full measure of the Fort McMurray Giants batters as he had 10 Ks on his 6 2/3 innings of work. Gave up just the 5 hits and 1 run. So a good job there by Leroy Tavares.
Great day for him for sure, and it's just been a great night for the pitching staff as a whole here in Sylvan Lake. As this is Reese Husselman, Langley, BC guy, and goes to Hutchinson Community College. I can't remember if he was one of the guys that I was talking to that is maybe potentially going to a different college next year.
Okay.
But I was talking to him about UBC because obviously he's not far from. And he said, yeah, they do have a beautiful facility and it's a great college. So Rico Domingo, 2 for 3 on the night.
2 hard hit balls.
I have him marked as singles. Do you have him doubles? That's what he's hit tonight?
No, I got 2 singles.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say a while ago that he had 2 doubles.
I'm seeing double.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. That's what it was.
Yeah. Or I could use a double.
Fair enough.
3-0 the count on Domingo.
Oh, wow. That's a walk?
Yep.
All right.
4-pitch walk to load the bases. So the Gulls got to be careful here. They don't want to lose this one with a 5-1 lead.
Let's take a look at this Hearthstone Property Management replay. See where this ends up.
Wow.
Yeah, that's close, but yeah, maybe a little high. Just a little high.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Coleman Kawaguchi. And Usselman finds the strike zone with that one at 85. His job right now is to get the 1 out and bring the inning to a close without bringing any more runs in. Simple, right? And so far, he's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, back-to-back pitches. Just a sinker that is working in his favor right now. And Kawaguchi both times, can't believe it.
Do you come back with the same pitch? 3 in a row? We'll see what Junior Garcia had in mind. Oh, yes. Oh, they're going to say he did not go on that one. And I thought maybe he had it.
But it was the exact same pitch.
It was. They went 3 in a row on that one. I think he's coming with the fastball now. I'm usually wrong. FYI. 1-2 count. And he strikes him out to bring the inning to a close. A good job coming back by Reese Usselman to bring the inning and end it on a positive note. But the Giants get on the board with a solo home run. 5-1 Gulls lead it. We're at the bottom of the 8th. Beautiful shot of the field here at Gulls Field at Pagato Park. Beautiful sky, nice grass. Wish my lawn looked like that. Great shot, guys. Thank you. Way to go, Martin.
Talk to Dave Elwood. He might help you out with your yard. He's the guy that cut this grass.
Well,
he's the caretaker of the old Gulls field.
Cutting the grass is an important task, obviously.
Yeah.
It's growing it that is the secret.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got moose and deer and rabbits all over my lawn most of the time. And they do a little damage. Matty Fung leading things off here. In the bottom of the 7th, Matty had a RBI single back in the 2nd, which is actually technically the winning run right now.
Mm-hmm.
If this game were to end right now,
well,
which it won't.
He had a great bunt too back in the 5th that didn't get credited for anything. He got thrown out at first, but it's a heck of a bunt.
Oh, and an equally heck of a play by Wyatt Culbertson, the starting pitcher for the Giants. So we are into the 7th inning here. Gulls with a 5-1 lead. 3-1 the count on Matty Fung. And he takes the walk.
Well, here's a unique situation where this pitcher in number 13 Flynn will have his work cut out for him, because Cleary Simpson, to have Matty Fung and Cleary Simpson go back to back, those are two batters that's going to be really hard to get out.
And both left-handed batters.
Both left-handed batters, and both that they'll take the walks. They can also make you pay. They just have such a great eye for the game in that batter's box.
And you get past them and you get Jaden Flores.
Yeah, then you get Jaden Flores and then Anthony Gilbert. And it just doesn't get really easy at all.
We got the top of the order right now. 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it just doesn't get easy.
No.
And that's good. It shouldn't. Don't make it easy on anybody, right? Earn it, as they used to say. 0-1 the count on Cleary Simpson, who had a nice single, or a double, I should say, in the 5th, and then came around and scored. On Matty Fung's hit. Oh, 0-2. That misses up high for a ball. It'd be interesting to see how the Gulls handle the bullpen. Excuse me. If Reese Usselman is coming out for the second inning, I think he will.
Yep. Looks pretty cool and calm in the bullpen right now. So I would think Usselman's going to have at least an inning or two of work left.
So Matt McKenzie was supposed to come up here the other night with Cam Diaz to help you out, right?
Yep,
so I talked to him afterwards, after the first game tonight. I said, I understand you, and Cleary Simpson sends this into the gap, and Matty Fung is making his way to third. And that's where he will stay. So I talked to Matt, and I said, okay, what's the deal? How come you didn't go up to the booth? You're not afraid, are you? And there's the base hit by Matty Fung, or by Cleary Simpson. But watch Matty Fung running here. He looks like he's got kind of a little hitch in his giddy up there.
He's fighting through something.
Yeah.
And you know what? He'll be the last guy to admit it.
Yeah.
Because he wants to keep playing.
So
but
anyway,
he's playing injured for sure.
Mr. McKenzie, I said, what's the deal here? As we have a little meeting on the mound here. He said, Matt Hape and I were sitting on the bench over in the bullpen, and we scored. And then Matt left, and I left the bench, and we didn't score. So then Matt came out and said, get back on the bench, and we scored. So I couldn't leave the bench. I said, so you're superstitious.
Yep.
Is what you
exactly
weren't afraid to be
me.
in the booth, trying to get a word in with Cam Diaz here.
Yeah. It's a superstitious thing.
It was a superstitious thing.
Yep.
There we go. I should give him Tommy Tiki here. His eyes just lit up when I reached for him, too.
Wow.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, now his eyes are lighting up again.
Eee.
He's watching your hot dog. You might eat it on you if you don't hurry up.
Well, he's sticking his tongue out. He's playing a drum, too. Yeah, he's got a drum.
This brings up Jaden Flores, who is 2 for 2 on the night. He's got an RBI, and he's got 2 doubles.
Yeah, and he scored 2 runs. Using his legs, mostly. Getting himself into scoring position by stealing bases, and then and taking an extra base when, an aggressive style of running. Why not? Make the guy make the perfect throw, right?
Exactly.
Oh, and a good pitch there by McGann. 0-2 the count on Jaden Flores. Runners on second and third. Bottom of the 7th inning. 5-1 Sylvan Lake in game 2 of this doubleheader. Gulls taking the first game 12-2. A 14 strikeout performance by the veteran number 30, Josh Tucker. And then we can't forget the young man from St. Joe's Baseball Academy, Luke Schmidt, who doubled as snap man earlier this evening, came in and did just a fine job in preserving that victory.
Yeah, threw a few strikes himself.
Yep. Oh, just ripped right back at the mound. Just about took the head off of Flynn McMahon. And there's 2 more RBIs for Jaden Flores, as both Clary Simpson and Matty Fung score on that stand-up double by Flores. So he's had himself a 3 RBI night.
Yeah, he sure has. I mean, what a hard hit ball right up the middle. Very tough play for the pitcher or the second baseman to even get a stab at it. And he clears the bases and puts himself at second. So that'll probably be the end of the night for, I would think, Flynn McGuyan. And that will be the end of the night for Flynn McGuyan, as this game is now 7-1. The Sylvan Lake Gulls lead it. Bottom half of the 7th inning. We'll step aside while this new pitcher comes in to warm up, and we'll be back with more Gulls baseball. You're watching FloCollege, brought to you by visitsylvanlake.ca. Well, there's your new pitcher on the mound for the Fort McMurray Giants as we continue things off here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 0 outs on the Gulls. They just added 2 more runs to the score, making it now 7-1. Gulls lead at 35 is Derek Stotzer on the mound now for the Giants. And as we take a look at Stotzer's stats here.
He's greeted by a first pitch swinging Anthony Gilbert, who grounds out to first.
Stotzer, yeah, this will be his 4th game. He's only got 3 innings of work in this season, and he's got 4 strikeouts in those 3 innings. So that's pretty good stuff for him.
So 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. 7-1, Gulls lead it. 19 runs in 16 innings of work. The Bats are alive after that 5-run, 3-hit business the other night. And that gets away from
Why not?
Flores.
Yeah, why not?
I can make it. I can make it.
Yeah, I'm going to just test him. I'm going to test him a little bit here.
Third base coach Wag Knight's going, whoa there, Silver.
yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere, buddy. You're not. No. Get back on the bag. So he goes over to third on the pass ball.
Even though it was kind of already trying to steal a base on that throw.
Yeah. And Brock Tiarena sends this to deep center. Well, shallow center, but deep enough to score Jaden Flores, who likes to slide. And a beautifully executed slide across the plate for run number 8 for the Sylvan Lake Gulls.
Yeah, that was a really smooth slide too as he finishes this. Watch this, and whoop, yep, and see you later.
None of this head first stuff. Just like that slide and stand up. Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 down here in the 7th inning. Junior Garcia, who has a home run, and then the last time at bat, he hit a deep fly ball to left field that Camden Sanders had maybe another 2 feet and then had to jump and brought it back in. It was probably going to, well, it might have got over.
Yeah, it might have landed on top of the fence and then hopped over.
And we've seen one of those.
Yeah. It was a well-hit ball.
Yep.
And it would have been real fun to watch, especially after what we've seen from Trip Ray as he's trying to kind of match what his fellow catcher did here tonight.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And
but
it's tough, but he almost matched the home run tally anyway.
Well, he's not done yet.
No, he's sure not. And that was a well-hit ball, but right to the left fielder in Camden Sanders. So that'll end this inning finally for the Fort McMurray Giants, but not before the Gulls add 3 more onto the scoreboard. Now out hitting the Giants 10-5 and outscoring them 8-1. We'll be back at the top of the 8th next. Reese Husselman's going to be the guy they're going to turn to for another inning of work on the mound. Sylvan Lake Gulls still lead at 8-1 over the Fort McMurray Giants, and they're going to send to the plate Lane Snow leading things off here. So the Gulls just 6 outs away from victory number 2 on the day against the Fort McMurray Giants if they can hold Fort McMurray off the scoreboard. And then that would mean, I guess they would technically leapfrog the Lethbridge Bulls 1 step closer to the Okotoks Dogs in the first place West Division. However, that team will have a makeup game against the Dogs at a later date. Not sure when, but I think that game got postponed, as we mentioned earlier, just due to maybe some rain down in the southern part of Alberta.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a busy stretch for every single baseball team in the WCBL moving forward for the next 8 days.
We've only got so much time left in the regular season, then the playoffs start.
Yeah, you
got to get them in.
You don't have any any more dates to really make up baseball games. You got a week, and if it means you have to play double headers, which we're seeing a lot, and especially Fort McMurray is seeing a lot. You know, I feel for them. Obviously, they have a lot of baseball here in the next little bit. Luckily, their next day off's Tuesday. They get Tuesday off, but they got a doubleheader tomorrow.
Of course they do.
And then they get the night. Then they get finally a night off from baseball.
Well, like, you know, talking to the coach, and it's like, yeah, he says, this is great. We've got doubleheader against the top 3 teams in the West.
Yeah. Good luck, right?
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, Okotoks tomorrow for Fort McMurray.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be easy. Tough sledding for them. Meanwhile, the Sylvan Lake Gulls, we thought they were going to have a night off tomorrow, but that rain-out makeup game in Brooks will be tomorrow night, so they'll be in Brooks tomorrow. Us broadcasters will get a little bit of a break, though, tomorrow night, as we don't have to come back to the ball field for one night anyway. We'll be back on Tuesday, though, as you take a look at the upcoming games. Yeah, originally it was the July 22nd game that got moved to tomorrow in Brooks, and then Energy City, we're going to see more of them here in Sylvan Lake on 29th. That was that rain-out game on June 13th, and then the game that's supposed to be a scheduled game for Energy City being the home team will be on Wednesday, July 30th. So we'll have that action coming your way. Gulls have 3 more games against Energy City this year. They got 2 against Lethbridge and then 2 against Okotoks. So not easy games coming down the stretch for Sylvan Lake in the last stretch of this regular season.
That was a hard hit ball there by Lane Snow.
That was. Went right off the cage behind the bullpen, or in front of the bullpen, I should say.
Full count on the Giants right fielder leading things off here in the top of the 8th. And he one-hops this down to Rowan O'Connor at short. And a good long throw. Cleary Simpson snags it. And that's the first out of the 8th inning.
Nice one hopper. Pretty deep into the hole, too. And O'Connor makes the throw look easy.
Strong arm. Strong arm. That'll bring up the third baseman, Carter Hercom, who's 0 for 2 in a walk. I'll get it. It's late. Later than you think, Jim.
Been a full day of work.
It has been a full day, hasn't it?
When's the last time you worked a long shift like this one? I want to know. It's probably been a while for you, hasn't it?
This is work.
Oh, I know.
Okay, well,
That's what I'm asking.
So the last time we did something like this, that would be the last time.
We've never done anything like this.
Really?
A day of 2 9-inning games? I don't think that's ever
No,
been.
I don't think we ever
don't think
have,
that's ever been a thing here at
Okay,
Gulls
so
Field.
then maybe it was about 6 years ago. Maybe 8 years ago. That's what it was.
Full day's
about
work.
8 years ago.
There you go.
But, as I like to tell everybody,
it's not really a day of work for you.
I was employed for 40 plus years in radio and television. I never worked a day in my life, and I'm still not working. 1-2 the count on Carter Hercom, and he lifts this into shallow left field to get a base hit and keep the inning going for the Fort McMurray Giants. They've got 6 hits on the night and only 1 run to show for it. The Gulls 8 runs on 10 hits. The Giants with the 2 errors on the board as well. The Gulls with 0.
Well, that brings up the dangerous Camden Sanders to the plate. Had a home run back in the 7th. Struck out twice, so, and that's the weird thing about Sanders. He struck out, like you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that might have been, was that this afternoon, that Sanders was the guy that walked things off in that 10th inning just weeks ago, and yet he was 0 for 4 on the night with 4 strikeouts.
Yep. And then he
all
nails that one.
Nails one out of the blue. Well, that's kind of what tonight's been like, too. 2 strikeouts to start the game, and then, boom, a big one.
That's baseball.
That is baseball, yeah. It's either connect the ball completely or don't connect it at all for this guy.
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
And that missed inside. 3-1 the count now.
No warm up in the bullpen either. So I'm wondering if they're trying to stretch Usselman for this game. You said that there might be an affiliate coming in at some point tonight.
I had been told that there might be an appearance by a young man that is from the St. Joe's Academy, but Camden Sanders draws the walk.
I think I see him going to the bullpen right now.
Number 40?
Yeah.
Yep. That is Josh Sturba. No, it's not, because Josh is not here. That's the young man, I think, that was going to pitch. Oh, maybe he's just going for the foul ball.
He might just be going for a walk.
Yeah, he's just going for a stroll down the left field line.
That's Braxton. Braxton Bussing, number 40.
Okay. Well, Reese Usselman has the ball right now, and he's facing the lefty Connor Martin. So lefty on lefty. And that gets fouled back, and Usselman is up 0-2.
Okay, and here's a guy that I was playing golf with in between the games today.
Oh, yeah.
Garrett Lundmark getting loose.
Yeah.
So it was funny. They were well, and their golf is different, by the way, folks. It's you put a ball out there, and then you got to use a bat and putt a ball closest to that ball, and basically hit it as many times as you can until you hit that ball. It's like bocce ball.
Okay.
You
with
throw
bats.
a little, with bats. And so they're playing that in between the games, and I decided to talk to them. I was like, all right, give me a bat, give me a ball, see if who can get closer to that. And I put it the closest between all three of them.
Well, you're a golfer.
Yeah, that's true.
It would have been interesting. There you go. Strikeout for Reese Usselman. It would have been interesting to see Matt Brandt out there, because and actually Cam Diaz is a pretty good player too. So that would have been interesting. Well, 2 down here. Top of the 8th inning. And Ryder Duncan is the batter with runners on first and second. Gulls with an 8-1 lead.
And here's a guy 0 for 3 on the night with 3 strikeouts under his name.
And Tommy Tiki here, his eyes have stayed lit up the whole time here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a message. A good pitch there. Yeah, he's staring right at you. He's got his eyes on you.
Yeah, he's kind of staring into my soul.
Oh, there we go. I shut him off.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. You're good now.
Okay,
he's gone to sleep.
Okay. I'm safe for now.
I didn't say that. I just said I shut him off. 1-1 the count. And make that 1-2 now. 2 out. Top of the 8th inning. Gulls with a 7-run lead over Fort McMurray, looking to sweep a doubleheader here on a Sunday afternoon in central Alberta. And a called third strike as Reese Usselman gets another strikeout. That's 4 for him since coming in. And he gets the applause, and Matt Hape is out there to greet him and saying, you might be done. But we'll see. 7.5 in the books. Gulls coming to bat.
Derek Stotzer back on the mound for the Fort McMurray Giants. This will be his second inning of work since coming in relief for number 14, which was Luke.
No.
Or sorry, Flynn McGahan. I was one under. Looking at the roster, I was reading the one guy below him. Flynn McGahan. Or McGahan, if you will.
I believe that's what it is. I'm sticking with that one.
Here's Rowan O'Connor at the plate. He is 1 for 3 on the night. Pops that up.
In foul territory. Could be a play on it.
Oh.
Almost.
What a nice try.
As Ryder Duncan slides over towards his bench.
Was that in his glove at one point?
It was too. Okay, that was a pretty good effort. Big man showing lots of agility.
Yeah, it was good effort.
And O'Connor sends this to straight center field, and Connor Martin makes the grab. He has to kind of leap up a little bit, but still made the play. He's kind of smiling about that one. Yeah, maybe I didn't play that perfectly, as he has to do a little jump. But I got it, he says. I got it. Michael Quick steps in, now the right fielder. He's 0 for 3 on the night. And he grounds this down to third. And Carter Hercom
Nice grab.
up with it and over. And Ryder Duncan showing that he's got some glove skills as well.
That was a heck of a scoop there by Duncan. Right off the turf.
He's a big target. A big target. That'll bring up Bryce Hampton. Hampton got a double back in the second inning.
I think that was an
Scored a
error.
run.
Was that not an error credited to that? I think that was an error.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was
to
an
the
error.
Giants.
Yeah.
It was a well-hit ball regardless.
I thought it was a base hit, but I'm not the scorer. So
But yeah, they recorded 2 errors to the Giants tonight, that being one of them.
you are correct.
That doesn't happen often.
Well, welcome to my world.
Yeah.
That's up high and tight for a ball. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 8-1 Sylvan Lake. 10 hits on the night for the Gulls, 6 for the Giants. That's in for a strike. 1-2 the count.
Win tonight would put them at 2 games back of the Okotoks Dogs, and that's with 2 games against the Okotoks Dogs to finish out the regular season. That's pretty good stuff. Those games could be big games.
They could be.
These could be the crucial ones that matter on how this playoff picture shows.
And a very quiet strikeout there by Bryce Hampton. I don't think anybody knew what the count was. He said, wait a minute, that's the 3rd strike. Even the home plate umpire, Don Busk, is just kind of casual, no dramatics. Anyway, we are through 8 complete. Giants coming to bat in the top of the 9th.
I love it. Well, we're just getting a little bit of recognition for our Batgirl of the night. And as they announce Rochelle Sinclair, she did what the guys do to celebrate when every time they hit a double. She did the celebratory,
whatever that is,
a hand over the head, and then a little crossover in the legs at the same time, whatever it was. But it was cute, and the boys on the bench loved it, of course.
I'm pretty sure they put her up to it and said, listen, this is what you're going to do when you go out there. Okay, we'll show you.
Signature move, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Reese Husselman, it's going to be his night to close this game out. 3 outs away from the Gulls' second win of the day, and making that 4 straight in a row, and that would also put them just 2 games back, the Okotoks Dogs, and second place in the Western Division for now.
So he's got the number 9 hitter, Scott Allen, and then the top of the order, Swennerson and Rico Domingo. This is fouled out of play on the right-hand side.
Or is it? No, it's not.
Oh, my
Clary
goodness.
Simpson makes the catch.
Good Lord. I lost it behind the pole there. I thought, oh, that's on the outside of that.
Well, that came back in.
Wow.
Watch
Clary
this.
Simpson stays with it.
Right at it. Right at the screen. He had not a lot of room.
Yeah, and first base umpire Jeff Chipley was right there with him, making sure that didn't go off the screen and into his glove. Well, there you go.
That's a great play.
Yeah, it's Clary Simpson doing Clary Simpson stuff. So, what else is new, right?
Yeah, seriously. That's a huge play.
It's Ben Swenimson, the shortstop, who is 1 for 4 tonight. He had a single back in the 7th.
There's a good pitch.
Right on the outside corner at 89 for Reese Husselman. And that's grounded down to Clary Simpson. He's going to take it himself. And he beats him to the bag. And so far, it's the Clary Simpson inning.
Yeah, no doubt. The Clary Simpson show. And that was just in time, man.
Yeah.
You had to be careful there, too, that his foot didn't get stepped on the way by.
Well, that's right, yeah.
Right? Like, that's the way he kind of released off of that bag. He didn't want to.
He stepped it with the left foot, too.
Yeah, he didn't want to get his foot trampled on.
The right foot is the one that got hurt.
Yeah.
So he stepped with that foot.
So 2-away, Gulls are down to Giants are down to their last out. Gulls looking to put this one to bed.
Tommy Tiki's flashing
I know,
his
he's
eyes.
been flashing at me. I'm kind of scared.
He's kind of like saying, okay, this is over. Come on, let's wrap this up, right? It's been a long day for him. He's been here since last night.
Every time you turn your head, he's flashing at us. So that was really creepy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Is this booth haunted?
Could be. I don't know by whom, because we're the only ones that've been in it.
That's true.
Maybe it's us that's haunting it.
Well, this could be it. This is popped up to right center field. Coming all the way over is going to be Michael Quick, and he's going to put this one to bed. A long day of baseball, but both games go in favor of the Sylvan Lake Gulls as they defeat the Giants in Game 2 of this doubleheader, 8-1. What a night it was.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night. 4 seasons.
Late December back in '63. What a very special time for me.
Jim can sing.
As I remember, what a night.
And there's your boys dancing on TV for you, too. They probably got what a night going on. That's Cameron Diaz. Yeah, Cameron Diaz, of course, in the mix of it, I believe. What a great day it was for baseball. The fans got the best of both worlds. Some beautiful weather, some great baseball, and 2 big wins for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. Just, again, Gulls played it well.
Yes, they did.
They played the offense the way they needed to, and they played defense the way they needed to. Not giving up a lot, and a seagull flying over the crowd as Joe Whitbread is pointing at, celebrating the win.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, a little monumental piece there.
Well, nothing will ever match the very first win that the Gulls had, and then a flock of seagulls
Exactly. So
came right over the stadium.
we'll hand things down to field level as Joe Whitbread is standing by with our EG Auctions Player of the Game. Joe?
Ladies and gentlemen, our post-game show, Beyond the Bases, is on the way here shortly. We'll host that down the first baseline. I'll direct your attention behind home plate now with the Player of the Game presented by Snap Fitness and our friends at ARA. This is the starting pitcher for your Sylvan Lake Gulls, Leroy Taveras. New fans at this ballpark notice that the K's start lining up. We lined them up this afternoon, lined them up again. 10 of those are yours. Congratulations on a great start.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about your control, what you felt, how was the velocity today, and how did you feel going into a second in a very long day of baseball?
I just went out there and just competed. I mean, me and coach had a game plan, just go out there and just compete. That's all I can do. Just when I'm ahead in the count, good luck.
When did you know you were starting the second game? Did you know yesterday? Did you know the day before? Did you know today? Did you know just before? When did you find out you were starting the second game?
Coach told me about a week ago, but I was going to come in to close yesterday, but obviously we took care of business, and he told me, hey, you got game 2 today. I was like, all right, let's go get it.
A little chillier than Texas. Tell us a little bit about your hometown and who's watching online. They're watching right now. Who do you want to say hi to?
Mom and dad and siblings. They're probably back at home watching, but back home, I live in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of hot, but I mean, there's not really this much fans. But hey, shout out to the 806. But yeah.
There you go. Your starting pitcher tonight is the Player of the Game in a doubleheader Sunday with 2 wins. This is Leroy Taveras. Way to go, Leroy.
Thank you.
There you go. You bet. Hey.
Well, there you have it. EG Auctions Player of the Game, Leroy Taveras, your starting pitcher. 10 strikeouts he had himself here tonight, and like he said, when you're up in the count, good luck.
Yeah, good luck. I love that. He's got so much confidence.
Yeah.
You know, oh my goodness.
Well, he's like, I was going to come and close last night, but they said you got game 2, so he's like, all right, let's go. Let's get it.
They
so
took care of business in game 1, that's for sure.
They
He didn't
sure
have to come in and close anything.
And they took good care of business in game 2 as well. You know,
They
they
did.
did everything right. Yeah, Fort McMurray's bats got a little bit more traction tonight, but the defense ultimately still shut them down, only giving up the 1 run.
Well, 20 runs over 2 games.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And giving up 3. That's pretty good.
It's a good day's work,
I like that.
if you ask me, for the Sylvan Lake Gulls. It was a long one, but you know what? They did it, and they got it done as Leroy Taveras just kept things going on the mound. The mound was hot today. Tucker with 14 Ks himself. Leroy Taveras with 10. A combined 24 Ks for the starting pitchers in today's efforts. As you know, you saw a little bit of everything. It was a lot of really aggressive base running, some stolen bases, some great throws from shortstop and from second base. It was just all in all a great night for baseball and fans to be a part of. Clary Simpson's arm or leg is looking pretty good right now, and Luke Schmidt, the closing pitcher in the first game, comes in and he's the snap man. Why not? Getting a little bit of everything tonight. Some good plays by Fort McMurray's defense, and ultimately it was just a good night for the Sylvan Lake Gulls as they celebrate another win. Then they will go on the road. They'll be back here on Tuesday for the makeup game. For Jim Cleggett, I'm Cale Clark, and the broadcast crew at Green Media Audio. We'll say good night.